A part of me was like, you should talk about this publicly. And another part of me was like, no way. But I feel very relaxed today, so I'm gonna use this calmness to share something that I've been wanting to share publicly for a long time. I've talked with friends, definitely my closest people already know my thoughts on this topic, but I think it might be useful for some or a lot of you. So I'm going to talk about polyamory. My experience. There's not absolute truths about anything, so my experience, okay, and what I came up with in my life, for now at least. So, well, first I have to start telling you that I've been celibate for a year and a half now. I wouldn't say this has been 100% my choice, although yes, deep down yes, because I haven't manifested anything that would convince me of the opposite, of doing the opposite. But at the same time, yeah, that's the thing. I haven't really bumped into any situation in which, with whom I am nowadays, would make sense to me to have sex with anyone. I've been becoming very, 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 unfortunately and gratefully, aware of how having sex with someone, even exchanging any type of sexual exchange that is not even physical. So this means, I'm gonna be so blunt, guys. This means if you masturbate thinking about someone, or if someone masturbates thinking about you, and there is a connection with those people, or you are not strong in your willpower, and you're not strong in your boundaries, and you're not strong in your sexuality or your sexual confidence, I don't know how to call it. There are bonds that create through time and space, multidimensionally, and not only bonds, which sounds almost positive or good, but toxic bonds. As an empowered feminine that I've been all my life, despite how chaotic my life seems to most people, there is a continuous path that I've been following, and it's always in the direction of empowerment. It just looks chaotic because I've been trying to be myself in a world where being yourself is not accepted. So I'm absolutely fine with my chaos. I love it. I love my chaos, and I also love coming out of it. And this is where I want to go, because a big part of this chaos was that I have been pretty much open. I've been in open relationships for most of my 20s. My first boyfriend and I did not have an open relationship. That was when I was 19, 20. Afterwards, I went through a stage where I had sex with different people. I even had sex with multiple people at the same time. And honestly, in this case, okay, I'm not saying that people who decide to do this together with more people are wrong or anything like that, but in my case, it didn't come from a space of love, but more from a space of experimenting. and there were really gooey drugs in between. And the worst drug of all is alcohol, in my opinion, regarding sex. So all my life I had sex with big doses of alcohol, because for most of my life I drank way too much alcohol because I couldn't deal with the anxiety of facing socializing and being myself. So I did have times of my life, I did have a partnership, my longest partnership, in which we decided to become an open relationship. And it worked for me, but it didn't work for him. And it was painful. It was very painful for both, because in the end, I couldn't fully enjoy, because I was always feeling guilty. And he never really allowed himself to find other people, or he didn't make it as easy for himself in his manifestations, which he understood as being in a worse place and not finding the right people. But everything we live and we experience is a manifestation of our own. So during this time I did feel very empowered by my sexual encounters. I met men, I like men sexually. I met men, but I've tried with girls too. I've been open, and I'm not close to anything, but anyways, that's like all this experimental stage for me right now is not where I want to go, where I feel my call, because of this, because I've been experimenting so much that suddenly I realized that all those sexual encounters were great for my sexual confidence as a woman, and to learn from other people in such an intimate way. And I learned a lot of things, but I also got a lot of bad habits, and I also got entangled energetically and emotionally and mentally with all these people. And I've been working on clearing my womb and my heart from all these people. Some of them I didn't feel the need to keep in contact with, but with some of them I did. And when they didn't want to, it was painful. It was very painful. And because we had already exchanged such an intimate exchange of energy and love, even when people say there's no love in sex, there's always love. If you're having sex, there's love. That's what you share. It's the love of touching each other, and it's the love of, having an orgasm if you do, or just flowing, whatever sexual exchange there is love, because I believe love is everywhere, but that's my perspective. So, not being aware, because if you're aware of all of these and how energy works, that's fine. Maybe this doesn't resonate for you, you don't need this. But if you're not aware of to what extent your sexual encounters are defining the way that you're loving other people, the way that you're manifesting in your life, the way that you're thinking, the way that you are loving yourself or hating yourself, because you have bonds with these people. If you haven't cleared them, I've been clearing them almost every month, and I still have people in my life from years ago that come up and remind me parts of myself that are misaligned due to the exchange I had with this person. So there are many tools for this. If you're a woman, I know how to help you. If you're a man, probably too. But there are physical and spiritual ways to cut all of these cords. And I just wanted to bring awareness to this. I am almost 10 minutes video into my video, so basically awareness, just awareness on these cords and how to cut them. Look for information online if you don't want to ask me, if you feel embarrassed or whatever, but do it. Cleanse yourself. Cleanse yourself, get to the purity of who you are without those people's energy in your body, in your brain, in your habits, in your way of speaking even. They can possess you, not consciously, but they can. And their demons, and their fears. Okay, so just be mindful. Be mindful, okay? That's my sharing of today. Yay, I made it. Love you guys. Thanks for watching.